about to do it. I think I'm about to do it. Do something crazy. Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care when we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there. When the night ends, there's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul, come on. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said,
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Running room could be hard to find in today's game. Both defenses are ranked in the top 10 in fewest rush yards allowed. It's the Texans going up against the Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to the stadium. Standing by tonight are our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Mission Valley area of beautiful San Diego, California. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Houston Texans and the San Diego Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Still on his feet. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that they had a pretty good formula how to combat waiting around all day to play a night game. Came right out, smacked them, and gained big yardage because it's tough for a coach. How much time do you spend with a team? How much time do you meet? How often do you actually eat meals? Do you get them out of the hotel? It's a tough, tough task to have them ready to play a night game when they've had to sit around all day. Usually watch other people get ready to play as well. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and it's fourth down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Back to throw here. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Looking to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block into? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you, because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
Partner, we're into the second quarter. I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Carr, and this complete to Henry over the middle. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
All right, here we go. Wide at the 8.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now on 4th down, on comes Josh Lambo and the field goal unit for the Chargers. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Certainly their offense has sputtered here a little bit in the first half as they finally do get on the board, but they only have 3.
Well, at least it eases the frustration a bit, doesn't it? Be able to get some points on the board, feel a little bit better about themselves as they go into the locker room and try and regroup.
Now the Chargers, their defense heading. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Here we go now.
And the wideout in motion.
Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with 1 complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. He's got Fuller, and he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They'll look to throw here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, Dorsett. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Dorsett as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That time, a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Carr now on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go!
He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Carr to throw on second down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punt.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll set up a throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brandon Fields now as he's on to punt for San Diego.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. A chance for us to look at this Chargers defense again. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Wasn't any good?
Wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. A gain of 39 that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 5. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That one good for 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. And the numbers comparison, and something tells me he likes the numbers a little better for this week. What do you think? And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who says he signaled down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Henry's got it out on the left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And he's got it up and through. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he will find his man on the outside. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy,
is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And quickly they get to the line. Carr to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing his Carr on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 13 yards that time and a first. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On second down, here's Carr. Allen has it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Carr over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they're going to speed things up here. Shotgun now for Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So, boy, Derek Carr heads to the bench. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Green 39.
Got to try it. Back to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a San Diego score. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
looks like he'll throw here. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watching that body.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From San Diego, so long and good night, everybody.
My face, you're not from the clique. Give me space, we might ride it. Most say that, baby, they don't love the clique. I thought they love you when you make it. This some mud. Yeah, this some mud. Friends and business don't mix, so I'm brotherless. Trying to get back close, hit them with the stiff. Gears I shift, make sure they feel the drift. Just caught the Benz, oh, with the tent. You should know, cause in every song I said, yeah, in every song I said, I'm just proud of my accomplishments. I'm a 400, I don't care at all. Have a head on. Heard you talking about I'm real, I'm fraud. Your kids and broad ain't straight, you shouldn't care at all. Please.
Please tell me why you always leave.
Why you always?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please tell me why.
4 times, how it go down. Slaps on deck for the whole town. On mamas, man, I did it with my own sound. And I got my own city that I hold down. Just admit it already. You got plans to do it, boy, we did it already. Got a couple DMs, I done slid in already. Gotta ask YG if he hit it already. Yeah, I'm a star like Moesha's. Running up the numbers like Aisha's. Yeah, I be sliding, I be creeping. Girls these days, they just don't know how to keep it. But I got it all handled. They try to box me and I got my own angles, yeah. I'ma spend the summer getting to the cake and I'ma wishing wood on every candle. I'm like,
Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave. Please, please tell me why you always leave.
Why you wait?
Please tell me why you always leave.
If you ain't know me, bet you know now. Juicy came through with the verse for me both times. In Pot Town, that's an automatic hold down.